ladies and gentlemen. So we'll ask everyone to give them a big cheer, and then after that, be super quiet. All right, let's hear a big cheer first. All right, now I want to hear the opposite.
So I guess it's our turn, right? First off, Cassie and I just want to thank everybody for coming. So I just wanted to start it off and say thank you to everybody for coming tonight. Believe it or not, every single person showed up. I'm really impressed. Thank you. So thank you for being there. There's a lot of happy faces, and it means a lot to us. Now, the way Cassie and I were going to do this, we had a little bit of talking, and and then we were going to do our own little speech. And I had a whole speech written, and I was thinking about it in bed last night, and I said, yeah, you know what? Okay, I'm going to go with this. Today changed that. Today I got a gift from Cassie that I couldn't imagine. Cassie's always said that I've had a way with words. My words are apparently much better than hers. Somehow today, I came back home after running a few errands and dropping off a gift of her own. I came back and I found a gift sitting on my stair at my parents' house, and I go and I open it up, and it's about a 100-page notebook that outlines our entire 5 years together. We've been together for over 5 years now, and this goes almost step by step from our first date right up to today.
Yeah.
And honestly, what an emotional roller coaster. This thing made me laugh, this thing made me cry, this thing was absolutely amazing. And I'm texting her and I'm saying, this is absolutely fantastic, I love it. And she's saying, well, I've been working on this for the past 9 months every time you travel. So, I have to thank Cassie for this absolutely fantastic gift. And I also have to thank Bombardier for sending me on so many business trips.
No.
In any case, you know what, Cassie, for the last 2 or 3 weeks, let's call it, couple of days, I've been thinking in my head about Cassie walking down the aisle. I've been getting chills. For those of you that saw me up there today, I definitely had chills. And honestly, Cassie, you blew away every expectation. You look breathtaking today, and I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky. But we've been together for 5 years now, nearly 500 days of which we've been engaged. And this was the one piece of the puzzle that I just had no involvement in. I've done everything with Cassie, from choosing the venue to the napkins to every little piece. So I'm just sitting there in anticipation. So, logically, I'm shaking as I'm up there. And thankfully, she just blew my expectations away.
Aww.
Thank you, Cassie, so much. Now, one last point, and then I'm going to let Cassie talk a little bit, is I guess about the fact that I'm lucky to have her. Because I'm not always the smoothest of guys. Our very first date, they always say, don't talk about anything too, blasé, what have you. And I'm there talking about, what are your thoughts on marriage? What are your thoughts on kids? We're in Milestones, which, by the way, took me an hour to get to. It should have taken me 20 minutes. I'm finding all sorts of side roads because I can't figure out the way there. I'm panicking, trying to look smooth, driving. Oh, okay, hope she doesn't realize. Anyhow, after we finished in Milestones, I think, the highlight of our date was probably the most awkward. We were going to go to Dave & Buster's, and at the time, she was 18. And at Dave & Buster's, once it passes a certain time, you can't do it. They don't allow minors inside. So what was my answer for the night? Let's go to IKEA. Apparently it went over well, but you know what? I've pulled a lot of those stunts in the past 5 years, so Cassie, thank you so much for staying with me, pulling it off, and now we're married.
Thanks. So we'd like to say a special thank you to those who came from out of town to join us today. Our friends and family have come from near and far, but including but not limited to Woodstock, Port Hope, Harwood, Colborne, Ottawa, Montreal, New York, Virginia, Winnipeg, and Seattle.
And of course, as my father pointed out, we've had some people join us from actually over the Atlantic. We have people joining us from England today, Israel and Hong Kong. So thank you for making that exceptionally long trip to be here as part of our wedding.
Today also wouldn't be possible without our family members who have been kind enough to help us out, including my Uncle Ryan, who's a photographer, my Aunt Susie, who made this beautiful cake even with a broken fridge, and of course my mom, who did all of the fresh flowers for the ceremony, which were just beautiful, and I wouldn't have had it any other way. We're also very lucky to have a very supportive, helpful, and accommodating bridal party. Thank you, Chris, Shannon, and Jody. You guys have helped so much along the way, and I really don't know how I would have made it through this without you guys, so thank you for being there.
And the same goes to my bridal party, or I guess my groomsmen, if you will. my best friend, Michael Ritchie. Yeah, that took a lot to get out. Michael Ritchie, it's Ritchie to me. And my brother David. This has really been an experience, and thank you for sharing it with us. You know, and where would we be without our parents? My parents, Sharon and Ted, and Cassie's parents, John and Carrie. These people more than anyone else had to deal with our countless hours of, oh my God, please wait, please have the day come today. I can't wait for the day to finally come. We've been planning for 498 days. That's a long time.
Finally, our wedding day coordinator, Shima, DJ Ivan, and videographer, Michael, have all been essential parts to making our day become a reality. So I'd like to take this time to say a little speech that I wrote for my new husband. While trying to find out the perfect thing to say, I found this. Find a guy who calls you beautiful instead of hot, who calls you back when you hang up on him, who will lie under the stars and listen to your heartbeat, or will stay awake just to watch you sleep. Wait for the boy who kisses your forehead, who thinks you're just as pretty without makeup on, one who is constantly reminding you of how much he cares and how lucky he is to have you. A lot of people believe that this is a dream and will never happen. All of those people are wrong because I found him and today I got to marry him. For that and many other reasons, I feel like the luckiest girl in the world. But I'm not the only lucky one. As most of you know, our pets, Chloe and Woodstock, are very special to us. They are very much our children. One thing that was always important to me was to have someone who loved and cared for my pets. I never thought that anyone could step in and take care of them the way that Mark has. He's there to play with them when they're hyper and to take care of them when they're sick. He's done more than I could have ever imagined.
Sick.
Very sick dog. Our ongoing joke was always that they're my pets and not his until he adopts them. So he's been waiting for a very long time for me to draft up adoption papers for him. Well, Mark, I had my mother draft them up. So today's the day. Me and the pets are a package deal. If you get me, you get them too. And then I have a little... So you had to sign this.
I don't have a pen, we'll sign it outside, but that's fantastic. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, again, thank you to everybody that's here tonight celebrating with us. And remember, the party's just starting, so please enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you very much.